1255 Lydia Court. This new construction single-family residence built by Glenn Chandler with Bold City Properties is fashioned as a modern farmhouse offering symmetry on the exterior, commonly referred to as the Four Gables. This unique property is located in a new part of our neighborhood, Lydia Court, long waiting to become a new home for residents and families. The design contains elements that can be found on nearby historic homes, including the property at 2793 Lydia Street, which is the oldest home in the neighborhood, built in 1857. The open concept floor plan creates a wonderful space for family and friends to congregate. The primary bedroom is located on the first floor, with 3 additional bedrooms upstairs surrounding a loft. Congrats on this fantastic build and asset to our neighborhood from the team at Bold City Properties and Glenn Chandler. 2135 St. John's Avenue. The new construction at 2135 St. John's Avenue is a great example of infill housing that works within the existing fabric of our neighborhood. Built in 2022 by Matt Austin with Cardinal Contracting, the design is reflective of details from throughout the neighborhood's contributing structures. The exterior marries white painted brick, a hardy trimmed bump out, and dark siding to add some drama, reflective of a modern Tudor. Warm colored brick in a herringbone pattern adds texture to the driveway and walkways. A warm and bright interior complements a dark and moody study with wood paneling and built-ins. Extensive moldings, custom inset and reeded cabinetry, French oak wood flooring, and a mix of antique brasses bronze fixtures create texture and warmth. The back garden is inspired by a formal English garden, which has become the homeowner's favorite space. The new construction award is being given to homeowners Dylan Rigdon and Keith Combs and builder Matt Austin at Cardinal Contracting. Congratulations on your excellent new home. 2981 Riverside Avenue. The Restoration and Rehabilitation Award for single-family residential goes to one of the few vintage houses where an addition complements the home rather than serving as a distraction. The restoration of the home at 2981 Riverside Avenue, built in 1916 by Ransom Buffalo, was designed to celebrate and preserve this exceptional example of prairie-style architecture. The owners John and Natalie Mills wanted to preserve the original floor plan with minor modifications to allow for a new kitchen and improved primary bedroom suite. The addition of a breezeway on the rear of the structure added much needed support spaces, including a laundry and full bath. The breezeway functions as a covered outdoor space and connects the main home to the original carriage house, which was also thoughtfully restored as part of the work. Careful attention was paid to detailing the breezeway, so it blended with the original architecture. The owners also invested in restoring the windows, repairing the masonry, and re-roofing the home with original clay tile product. The original interior trim was restored and the new moldings were fabricated to match the existing. The Mills are exceptional stewards of this home in our historic district. The award goes to owners John and Natalie Mills and architect Angela Schiffinella. 2739 Post Street. Built in 1923, this Tudor revival was shown on the 1950 Sanborn maps as a duplex and is still a duplex today. This property is 3 stories and over 4,000 square feet, with 1 unit on the first floor and the second unit on the second and third floors combined. The restoration of this property included new footings and framing to repair the sagging floors, total replacement of the exterior siding, and a new roof. The original wood and steel historic windows were restored as well, and new wood moldings were added to mimic the style and character of the original hard floors, which were also repaired and refinished. Much of the incredible amount of work on this home was done by the homeowner, Denise Renbarger. The award for multifamily residential rehabilitation goes to owner Denise Renbarger and architect Jeff Lane of Lane Architecture. 1816 Talbot Avenue. This beautiful repurposed structure at 1816 Talbot was built in 1917 and is connected to the Shops of Avondale and is currently Thou Art Exalted, a non-profit Christian ministry for girls and women. Its mission is to creatively equip this generation to know Christ through art and scripture. Also known as TAE on Talbot, this event space was designed by Rob Zinn and built by Jonathan Plum. As a fully refurnished and remodeled space, TAE offers a fresh modern interior while capturing deep family roots of over 35 years. The property was purchased by Barnwell Roy Daly Jr. or Barney and his wife Anise as an office space decades ago. Barney's daughter, Annie Patchgeek, gained ownership of the office space and transformed it into an inviting and treasured retreat. This new and old local treasure functions as the perfect venue for a business event, bridal, or fun luncheon. Interior features custom made for TAE on Talbot include a catering kitchen, 9-foot farm tables, and state-of-the-art AV system. A private garden was designed to create an outdoor element for events. Owner Annie Patchgeek and architect Rob Zinn are being recognized tonight for rehabilitating this fantastic commercial structure. 2761 Park Street. The incredible rehabilitation of a retail space built in 1949 is currently Plush and Prana on Park. With the vision to create an experience of discovery, style, beauty, elegance, and love, and to share this experience with others, business owner Claudia Prana worked to honor the heritage of the original construction through rehabilitation. Renovations were completed by Jennifer Pietzker, who worked to honor the space through the addition of minimal walls, creating a free-flowing atmosphere where visitors and guests have access to products without barriers. The goal is a sense of spaciousness in only 775 square feet. The original wood beam and stone floors were reclaimed by careful cleaning and currently shows a rainbow of colors and stones in various shapes and sizes. Recognition for the restoration and rehabilitation of a retail space at 2761 Park Street goes to Plush and Prana on Park owner Claudia Prana, interior designer Jennifer Pietzker, AIA Loki Architects LLC, restoration architect John Reap, and general contractor Jonathan Dudley of Southern Grace Construction, Inc. (3563) St. John's Avenue. The sophisticated interior and completely transformed space at 3563 St. John's Avenue, now known as Josephine's, is recognized for restoration and rehabilitation of an interior space. Total renovation of the public areas, new lighting, and finishes help to create a large open space detailed in a way that smaller, intimate spaces are available. The large windows were left unobstructed to allow for maximum light, and the finishes are structural, thereby providing tall ceilings. Those being recognized today are the general contractor, the Opus Group, and the project designers Josh Floyd and Nicole Prieto. Restoration of the Memorial Park balustrade and grounds. The historic balustrade at Memorial Park was severely damaged in 2017 during Hurricane Irma. Following the storm's impact, the City of Jacksonville took the lead and teamed up with Memorial Park Association to repair and replace more than 600 feet of concrete balustrade. Lampposts were added to the top of the railing, reminiscent of the original plan. Developed by Olmsted Brothers in 1922, Memorial Park has become one of the most significant parks in Jacksonville. This timely but important renovation was completed in November 2022 to much fanfare. The recognition for this important project is going to the City of Jacksonville Parks and Recreation Department and Intron Art Contractors as general contractors on the project, as well as Memorial Park Association for their role as steward, funding, and oversight. Landscape architect is Godard Design Associates.
Hi, I'm Kim Klontz, and I'm standing here in Yacht Basin Park, also known as Mom's Park. But in 2019, when Ann and John Kopalousis moved here to these condos, this became their front yard, and they were not really happy with how their front yard looked. It had been neglected, and after several hurricanes, there was a lot of damage. I talked with Ann a couple days ago, and she told me the amount of stuff and bags and barrels of weeds and debris that they pulled out of this park. She said it was amazing. She even told me there was a St. Augustine runner that had gone all the way up to the top of a palm tree, and she and John were pulling it down. They set about making this park their beautiful front yard, but at the same time, they were also making it beautiful for everyone. In essence, they took their front yard and they turned it around into a space that everyone could enjoy. And today, people use this as a fantastic venue for photo shoots and just contemplating the water and the space, and even weddings. Ann said that it has become a space for everyone to enjoy in Jacksonville. The reason I nominated Ann and John is because they exemplify what a perfect park steward is. They took a space that was neglected and unloved, and they turned it around into a space that is beautiful for everyone to enjoy. And for that, we thank you.
I love Southern Roots because I've always really enjoyed the intimate atmosphere. The general bulk food store component with the cafe was really unique. Always love how fresh everything tastes. It was my first experience trying really good vegan food. And I love that cortado with the chocolate from Panther Coffee. So I adore Southern Roots.
I love Southern Roots because it was the best little vegan hanging spot in the neighborhood. It was great.
You know what I love about Southern Roots? It's a place where we would connect. My best friend and I would go every Saturday after our boxing sessions, which, not a great boxer, but we would go, and that is where we would go to have our coffee, the amazing food, and it was a time to bond. Everybody knew each other. It was where friends met friends.
I nominated Southern Roots for the Community Impact Award because I feel like they've had a tremendous community impact. They first opened as one of the only businesses in town where you could buy products in bulk without plastic. They also quickly became one of the best local shops for quality food and quality coffee, and the fact that it was mostly vegan, gluten-free just meant that even more people with allergies and dietary restrictions were able to enjoy it. And last, they introduced sliding scale pricing to ensure that people with all means would be able to enjoy their high-quality food. Southern Roots has been a partner and a sponsor of not only Riverside Avondale, but lots of organizations, causes, and entities within our community and beyond our borders. And for that, I know that they've had an incredible community impact, and they will be missed in our neighborhood.
So Music in Avondale started when, by the way, my name is Missy and I am on the board with Historic Avondale. And it started with a group of us ladies sitting around a table, like, what can we do to bring more awareness from the community, bringing it to the Avenue, helping the shops of the Avenue, but ultimately just joining in this amazing community with what we have. And what better thing to do than music? So what we did was we started talking about our friends and families that play music on the side, and we put kind of like an open call out and said, anyone want to volunteer to play music this last Friday of the month? We had 15 volunteers that first time, which it surprised us. We were like, oh my gosh. So we asked anyone that wanted to show up, bring their instruments. We printed out a Venmo, and it was for tips only. So it was a volunteer start to this. And that is the beginning of Music in Avondale. And it started the last Friday of every month. And what it did was it built, the community came out to support the musicians. You saw people standing, lingering, talking to friends and family. The families supported their friends that were playing on the Avenue. So building on that, we've done this for a couple of years and met with Ron one day, and we were like, what can we do to take this to a new level? And Ron, being Ron, was like, I've got this. So I'll let him tell you where we're going now.
So because of all the volunteers and because of everything you guys have done, we were able to kind of jump in and say, what do we want to do? So I brought in some folks who are professional musicians and other people that said, this is what we think we can do. We can make more staging areas. We need some money because we really want to pay our musicians what they're worth. So right off the bat, we started to find sponsors. We also have a new brand.
Yes.
We have a new brand. It's Amplify. So Music in Avondale, Amplify. It's going to be great. Look for some new things on the strip coming where we just finalized our brand look. And we are going to amplify Avondale, and we're going to dance. We think what we're doing is working because people are not saying no to us. They're saying yes. And we're having more volunteers and more people get involved.
And I think I would like to add too, we're not forgetting the people that helped us start doing all of this, and we're making room and space for them. For example, this will have Southern Grounds, we've talked to them, they're going to be opening up their patio, have live music, also more intimate areas. Southern Grounds is going to add into this vision, and they're going to open up and have everything from book clubs to live artists, and they're going to have musicians inside their store. Silent disco might be a thing.
Don't say a word. Let's dance. Okay, that's a silent disco. I just did it.
And then all spiced up, the local wine and spice shop here is going to have the favorite little bluegrass band. It's going to come inside. It's actually our local little Cheers bar, so it's got an area they're going to be there. So each little area we're going to create a vibe within the vibe. We want to have Amplified Avondale be our thing, and we're seeing that happen.
Hey, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Riverside Avondale Preservation's annual meeting. As you know, my name is John Silvera, and I am the market director of the Riverside Arts Market. We're underneath the Fuller Warren Bridge every Saturday from 10 to 3. This market, we take a lot of pride, staff, the makers, even the community that shops here, and really emulating our values. Just a few of them to mention real briefly. We are a very welcoming little community here at the Riverside Arts Market, and we celebrate, not only do we celebrate the arts in Northeast Florida and everywhere in the world, but we celebrate diversity, and we're very proud of that. This year, I am very pleased to announce the RAM Maker of the Year Award goes to Kathleen Hill with Kismet Art Studio. Kathleen is co-creator of the Pride Tree at RAM, and she really emulates all the values that RAM holds dearly, and all of our makers. So it's great to have you as RAM Maker of the Year. Congratulations. Not only am I here with Kathleen, but we have Ruthie, the mayor of the Riverside Arts Market. So thanks for joining us, and come out to RAM. We really would love to see you here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Kellen Lindsay, Chair of RAP's Drainage, Flooding, and Resiliency Task Force. This evening we are recognizing Margaret Tocknell for all the fantastic work she's put in as Chair of RAP's Transportation and Infrastructure Committee the past several years. I've been on the committee now for going on 4 years, and in that time we've seen great success with Margaret at the helm. Between advocating for protecting our historic street grids, medians, and alleyways, including doing a survey of all of the alleyways in the entire Riverside Avondale district, to facilitating important public meetings for different projects, facilitating discussion for commercial parking, and advocating for the improvement of sidewalks throughout the neighborhood and various improvements throughout the neighborhood, including protecting our street pavers. She's also been instrumental in multiple successful projects within the area. Those would include the Willow Branch Restoration Project, which she helped make last-minute changes to, the Herschel Street Roundabouts Project, facilitating discussion with FDOT, and the Oak Street Bike Lane Project, which has been a great success. Lastly, her crowning achievement, the 5 Points Lomax Street Improvements Project, which has increased walkability within the 5 Points area and improved engagement throughout 5 points. Margaret, your presence will be greatly missed as we continue on working with RAP. We hope to see you at many First Fridays into the future and at all the happy hours we hope you'll still join us for. Thank you for all your leadership, and you'll be greatly missed. Thank you.